Good morning. It is 6:28 a.m. on Tuesday, December 13th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I went to bed early last night and I feel more awake. Science. I spent last evening the bulk of my time in the evening doing some audio editing, story for a friend's anthology thing, and I sort of realized doing it that it was the first time in a while that I have edited audio for audio fiction, and I kind of missed it. I mean, that part of the process is not my favorite generally anyway, but there is something satisfying about it. The problem is that it's kind of takes a long time. It's tedious. It's like if it took half the time that it actually takes, it might be my favorite part of the process just because it's there's something kind of cool about it. Um, but it takes a long time. So having to spend almost all evening on something that's only going to be 45 minutes long, that's but at the same time, it just reminded me that I kind of missed that part of it, and I need to get back on doing that. So I've been struggling recently to try to get back into doing creative work regularly every day. So I need to just keep working on that. I did some yesterday. I'll do some today, and see if this week is not the week that I start doing it every day again. How about that? Luna's feeling better. In case anyone was still concerned. I was, a little concerned just while I was at work, just because she seemed better in the morning, but I didn't, I was just hoping, like, if I was going to be away all day, I didn't want, like, what if she took a turn for the worse again and I wasn't home? But, like, that's, I think, just pretty standard, you know, um, uh, caretaker worrying. It's like, but yeah, she's fine. And it was funny actually because when I got home and offered her dinner, she didn't want to eat it right away. And so I was initially thinking, oh, is she still not feeling very good? But because I've had her since she was just a puppy, and that's 8 years now, I'm wise to some of her tricks. And so yesterday, when her appetite was very, or not yesterday, but the day before, Sunday, when she seemed to have no appetite and was acting very lethargic, just to try to make sure she would eat something and get a little water, I was like bringing it to her where she lay on the couch, and I was giving her uh, treats along with some kibble, and basically like bribing her to eat a little bit. I realized last night that I thought like she was watching where the kibble was, but like eagerly like waiting and then looking up at me like, am I going to get anything else? You going to bring it to me where I'm sitting, or are you going to make me walk all the way across the room to where the bowl is? Or maybe going to sweeten the pot a little bit, put a little something something in it? And I just realized, what a silly little dog. So I split the difference. I took one of her favorite little treats and put it in the bowl with the kibble, and that's what it took. So she's feeling better. Still don't know whatever it was. It was a little concerning. It was a little scary there for a little bit, but she seems better now. So what else? Oh, I finally decided to buy Final Fantasy 15. Um, with the download time combined with my not having really planned it in advance, I wasn't able to play any of it yesterday. Not to mention I had spent most of the evening doing the audio editing anyway. Um, but it's definitely a game that I had had my eye on for some time. For one thing, like 10 years ago, I remember I was briefly doing a thing where I was writing video game news for a magazine. And I remember writing about what was supposed to be called the Fabula Nova Crystallis trilogy. It was supposed to involve 3 different Final Fantasy games, and there was one that was supposed to be called Final Fantasy 13 Versus. And they had a gameplay trailer, or they had an announcement trailer and everything for it. 10 years later, Final Fantasy 15 is the game that was supposed to have been 10 years ago. So, like, that's a troubled production history. Um, but just the same, like there was in the lead up, I played one of the demos, and I saw some of the promotional stuff, and I don't know, I wasn't necessarily feeling it, but I don't know, some of the reviews, reading them just in terms of what they say they like and what they don't like, it starts making me think, I don't know, maybe I do want that. And for a little while I was thinking, well, I'm already playing Persona 4 on my Vita. Do I really need 2 long JRPGs in my life right now? Maybe not. But then I just finished Persona 4 recently, so anyway, I bought it, but I haven't played any of it yet. Maybe tonight after doing some writing. But in any case, I've got to go ahead and get ready for work, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.